Welcome to the UCL Center for Anesthesia Student Podcast Series.
How to make a podcast. This podcast is geared towards people using the Keynote application for the first time. We are working with the latest version, Keynote Maverick. The first step is to open Keynote and click New Document. If your audience will be medical students, the standard theme in the anesthesia department is industrial. Once the first blank slide has appeared, you will want to use the slide layout menu on the right-hand side. If it's not already there, click the Format button in the upper right corner. You can now change the slide layout if you wish. Then you may enter your information and insert pictures on the slide. Double-click to enter the title. If you do not wish to use a text box, you can delete it either by unchecking the box in the slide layout panel or by single-clicking on the box itself and hitting the delete button.
If you've chosen a slide layout that includes a picture, click the photo symbol in the lower right corner of the stock photo. This will allow you to select a picture from iPhoto. If there isn't a photo in your slide, simply click Insert Choose at the top of the screen, and this will allow you to select any photo file from your computer. When you're making a podcast, you will presumably be speaking over each slide as you click through. We found it extremely helpful to put the script for each slide in the presenter notes. You can view these by clicking on View, then Show Presenter Notes.
When you are ready to add a new slide, there is a button with an addition sign in the lower left corner. There you can choose the layout of the next slide. Editing is the same as it was for the title slide. There are many ways to change the format and appearance of the slide, so have some fun with it. To the right of the Format button, you will see the Animate button. This allows you to add movement both within the slide and transitioning between slides. If something's selected on your slide, any animations chosen will only be for that selection. You can also animate your photos. We're going to make our picture move around the slide. There are many ways to do this, so watch as we play around with it. We will now add a transition between our slides. Don't forget to add your script to the presenter notes.
Once you're done making your slides, you're ready to record. To do this, click Play in the top menu and then Record Slideshow. We found it easiest to record the time slideshow with no sound in Keynote first, and then record our voice once we've exported it to iMovie. To cut out the audio for now, click the mic button in the lower left corner of the recording screen. To see the presenter notes that you've previously added, the square symbol in the upper right corner will allow you to edit what you can see while recording. Click the red button at the bottom to record. It's best for exporting purposes to record in one go instead of pausing in the middle. If you're not happy with the recording, the rubbish bin in the bottom right corner allows you to clear the recording and start over. Use the Show Navigator button in the top left corner to click back to the first slide. We're just going to fast forward through this to save some time. When you're finished recording, the next step is to export the slideshow as a QuickTime file. To do this, click File, then Export to QuickTime. Make sure the playback is on slideshow recording and the format is on 1024 by 768. Hit the Next button, and then choose where to save the file on your computer. The last step is to hit Export. With a longer slideshow, don't worry if exporting takes a while.
To work with your exported file, open iMovie. First, click File, New Event. This is the folder where you will keep all of your work and be able to edit it later. Now, click File, New Movie. This will be your end product. We chose No Theme to keep it simple. Now you want to import what you've just created in Keynote so that you can begin working with it. Your recording will appear in the upper left. Select it by dragging the yellow box over what you would like to use. Then drag the selection into the box at the bottom of the screen. In this version of Keynote, it automatically crops your recording. To get rid of this, click the square crop symbol in the upper right, then change the setting from crop to fit. Make sure fit is selected in blue. Now you are ready to record your voice. Do this by clicking the window in the top menu and then Record VoiceOver. Click and drag the orange cursor to the beginning of the clip if it isn't already there. Then the microphone button to begin recording your voice. Hit the spacebar to stop recording. For playback, use the spacebar to start and stop. Sometimes we realize that we have not timed our recording perfectly in Keynote with what we are saying. It is much easier to fix minor timing issues here than backtracking to Keynote. If you don't have enough time to say everything you had in mind on the slide, you can add time. Drag the orange cursor over the area that needs more time and right-click. Choose Add Freeze Frame. From there, select the freeze frame box and click and drag from the side to determine how long you want your freeze frame to last for. The opposite problem can also happen, and you may have leftover time at the end of your slide where you finished with your script. Use the orange cursor to help you split the clip when you finish speaking but the slide continues. You must also split at the end of the segment you want to get rid of. Once you've done this, simply select it and hit the delete button. If you need to change the volume of your voice so that the volume of the clips match better, click to raise or lower the horizontal line within the selected clip. All of these techniques are especially useful when editing your podcast, especially after you receive feedback.
To export the finished movie, select the thumbnail at the top of the event box, then hit Share directly above it and choose File. A window will appear allowing you to change the size of the movie. For the final product, it's best to export as an HD movie because it's the highest quality. However, it takes the longest to export, so for a draft podcast, large is preferred. Once you've chosen a size, click Next to save the file where you would like on your computer, and then export. One last thing before publishing is creating a thumbnail for your video. This can be done in Keynote. For the thumbnail, we just want the simple black background. Included should be the UCL Center for Anesthesia logo at the bottom. You can get this logo either from your supervisor or from Google Images. In addition, the title of your podcast should appear at the top of the thumbnail. Make sure the words are in white. Once you've set it up, take a screenshot so it will be saved as a picture file. You are now ready to publish your podcast on the UCL Center for Anesthesia YouTube account. First, you will need to get the account login information from your supervisor. When you get to the home page, click Upload in the top bar. Select Files to upload and then choose yours. While it is uploading, you can edit the title and description of your video. And don't forget to add tags that will make it easily searchable on the internet. Once it's finished, you now have the option to change the thumbnail to the one that you created earlier. Ensure everything is saved and updated. After publishing, you can edit your video anytime by clicking UCL Center for Anesthesia and then Video Manager.
The last thing you will want to do is send your library to your supervisor so they can keep it on file for future editing purposes. Start by clicking File, Copy Event to New Library, then name it and save to your computer. After it's been saved, it is now in a format that can be emailed. Just so you know, we did not record this podcast using the method described earlier. Instead, we used the screen recording feature on QuickTime. Good luck with your podcasts!
Podcast by Marcia Desjardins and Brittany Porter. Thanks for watching.